Have you ever felt like everything's too much? Are you doing okay? Are your emotions getting a bit out of control? Here's some tips that I've found useful along the way. Right, let's get into it. I have been using a few tips that I've discovered along the way, along my journey, to help me stay calm this week. I've found that my anger has been quite high. I've been a little bit, not high anger, like a short fuse. Probably that's the way to put it. I've had quite a short fuse. I've been a little bit annoyed with myself, just with the situation I feel like I'm in. I feel like I've not been making progress, but I have been, because it's week 6 this week. Just been gone. Just been and gone. Okay, so for me, tips that I've found useful is when I need to meditate. I've found that when I've started to meditate this week, I've been really struggling just to still my mind. So one of the tips that I use is I normally have something in my hands, just something small. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's so that I can feel the texture of it with my hands, with my fingertips. I find that just helps me quiet my mind, just not to focus on what I'm feeling, but to focus on being still. So that just distracts my mind enough for me to be able to quiet my mind, which I find really helps me. So that's one tip for you. Another tip is maybe just put on a little bit of music, a little bit of quiet, meditative, not anything with lyrics, just some still, peaceful music. I find that for me, I quite like the sound of a waterfall, or like waves on a beach. So I find that that helps me personally. You might find your own thing. It might be the sound of birds. It might be the water. It might be like some grass rustling in the wind. Whatever it is, you'll know it when you find it, and I suggest you use it. Just for those moments when when you're finding everything's getting on top of you, and you need to just quiet yourself down, quiet your mind, center yourself, focus on you, as opposed to what's going on around you and what's triggering you to feel like out of character within yourself. Okay, so those are 2 tips. The third one I've found really helps me, if you've got access to it. I find this helps me when I'm really wound up, like when I know that I'm going to be a bit snippy with somebody, when I know that I'm annoyed. I've found that just putting my face into some cold water. I don't suggest going freezing cold to start with if you're not used to this. Start at reasonable temperature. Don't go hot, because it won't help you relax. The whole point is to shock your system into relaxing and to get you out of this, like the anger or the tension that you're feeling. So for me, I find that not freezing cold, but cold works for me. And what I do is I take a few deep breaths before I start. Then I hold my breath. And I submerge my whole face, not my ears. I leave my ears free of the water because I don't like water getting into my ear canals. So I put my whole face in, and then I breathe out through my nose to start with, and then out through my mouth, and then I exit the water as I'm still breathing out. And I find this really helps me. I don't start breathing out right at the beginning, as I've said. I take a few deep breaths. Then I hold my breath, then I submerge my face in the water, and then while my face is in the water, when I'm ready to exhale, I exhale, and as I'm exhaling, I bring my face out of the water, and I find this really helps me just to relax my whole body, relax my mind. It regulates my heartbeat. So if I'm really wound up, it's normally when I'm angry. It might be something different for you. But when I'm really angry, my heartbeat gets going. I get angry thoughts in my mind. My jaw tends to clench. So I found that this submerging my face in the water is a really, really good thing for me. It might work for you. You won't know unless you try it, okay? So if you've not tried this, I suggest you do. Just take it small. You don't have to push yourself to submerge yourself for very long. You go with what is comfortable for you and see whether it works. It's the only way you're going to find out is if you try these things. Okay? Another thing that I found really helps me, and I don't use it very often, I've only used it maybe a handful of times in my life, is literally I scream into a pillow. And this is like normally when everything else hasn't worked for me, this is when I pick up a pillow and I really scream. And this is only if you don't want, if you're like everyone hearing you. If you don't mind everyone hearing you, then you just let it out, okay? It's better out than in, as they say. But for me, I worry. It's one of my worries is what people think of me. I know that's something I need to work on, but that's why I tend to scream into a pillow, because partly because I'm worried about what people are going to think of me, but mostly because I don't want to disturb somebody else's peace, okay? But essentially, it's me. I'm worried about what people will think of me, and I know that's something I need to work on, and it's something I will work on. It's something I am working on. So yeah, those are just a few little tips that I've found help me. For me personally, it just helps like center my focus on something, helps me relax a little bit. I found that the fingertips, like an object that I touch, or sometimes I'll play with, like, just rub my leg with the material of what I'm wearing. I tend to tap a little bit with my fingers as well. That really helps me distract me from these thoughts that tend to go round in my head over and over that aren't helpful. These are unhelpful thoughts I'm trying to overcome, not the helpful ones. Like the helpful ones that say that, you know, positive thoughts, positive affirmations, they help as well. When you tell yourself you are enough, like just tell yourself, I am enough. I am okay. I am doing well. These are good things to tell yourself, to remind yourself. Maybe this is something that you can bring into your daily routine when you're sitting start with 30 seconds a minute if you're not used to this practice, and just sit quietly and just tell yourself, I am enough. I am good enough. I am doing well. I am okay. Life is okay. I'm doing well. I can cope. All these positive things, all these little things, you'll find will help you along the way. So week 6 has gone well for me. I have spent a lot of time asleep. As I've said, I was a little bit low last week. I was feeling tired. I think everything catching up with me, just feeling low within myself. But I'm feeling a little bit better now. I've been to church this week. Really helped with the Sunday school, and working with kids, for me, like, it just gives me a different perspective on life. They see the world so differently. So that really helped me uplift my spirits, you know, just helping somebody else, helping them learn. It was good for me. That really helped. So, and not obviously, but getting out with the dog as well, that's really been a struggle sometimes this week. But at other times it's really helped. Like if you've seen my previous video from last week, there was a little squirrel I saw that just made my day. And then this week I've come across a few new dog walkers, which is nice to meet new people, meet new animals. There's a nice little new puppy that I've met, really young, only 14 weeks. He's doing really well, just this lovely little cockapoo, small little bitty puppy, which is just so different to my dog because he's just so big. So I find that really helpful, just to get out and meet people. Like without my dog, I don't think I'd be able to do that. I would probably still be struggling to leave the house. But with my dog, I feel confident enough to go and speak to people and say hello smile at them, maybe brighten their day. You know, just get to know people, just have a conversation. Like, I live alone, so for me, having those conversations with people 2 years ago, that would have been so far out of my comfort zone that I wouldn't have been able to do it. And just slowly over the last year, with the help of my dog, I felt more confident to go out and talk to people. Okay, so that's just a little catch up for you guys. I hope the advice at the start of the videos helped somebody. If you're new here, I would love it if you would subscribe. If you're not new, just leave a comment, leave a like. I'd love to know how you're getting on and if any of these tips help you. All right, you have a great day. God bless and peace be with you.